up, y'all? It's me again. Another useless, nothing YouTube video. I would like to talk about the time that I shit myself in the first grade. So, usually before before it's the first day of school, before any grade, I would have like trouble sleeping, and I would feel like very, very, very nervous and anxious. So, well, I wouldn't say anxious, but I would just feel like just restless and yeah, like I guess pretty nervous. My heart would like race, and I would just have trouble like sleeping. And so I think before first grade, this one was intense. So I not only did I have trouble sleeping, I don't think I had much school supplies either, but I didn't not only did I have trouble sleeping, but when I woke up I had stomach problems. So I decided to go to school. I was like, I gotta go to school. Went to school. When I was on the bus, I could feel something kind of curling up in my stomach. You know, it was kind of like a horror movie or something like that. I could just feel something like bubbling inside of me that was just almost like wanted to like, you know, just threaten my whole existence. And so, I was like, you know, no, I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm not gonna let you take over my body. No, you stay there, okay? So I held it in because I just needed to take it. So I held it in, and basically that worked kind of like throughout the day. I don't remember too much of what happened when I was actually inside of the school, but I just know that I needed to take a huge crap. Yeah, I just needed to take a huge dump. And so, I don't know what it was. I think I was scared to use the bathroom for some reason. I felt like if I raised up my hand, that I would like possibly interrupt people like too much, you know? And I think I've had issues with not wanting to interrupt things, I guess. So I really didn't want to get up and use the bathroom for some reason. I didn't know why. I didn't want to do it. Maybe it was just the vibe of first grade, but I just did not want to do that. But it felt really, really bad. I've always never liked public restrooms too, so I guess that was part of the reason why. And maybe I just didn't know that I could use the public restroom at that time. Maybe I thought like I think I was kind of wondering that day, like how do people use the bathroom in this place in school? How do they just like shit on themselves? Do they just pee on themselves? Do they have something in their do their parents pick them up to take them to the bathroom? Do they do it inside their parents' car? Like how do we do this? How do we do this? So basically it got to a point where it was like spiraling out of control, and I could not really contain it, and I did not know what to do. I had no idea what to do. So, and I didn't want to get up and, you know, because even if I knew that I shit myself in the first grade. I knew I did. I remember the day. I remember like the underwear that I was wearing that day. It was a Batman underwear. It had Batman symbols all across, and it was gray underwear. But that underwear went through the storm that day. Went through hell that day. And so I knew I took a dump that day. But I just didn't really know like what am I supposed, like I really didn't. I knew that even if I knew that I needed to take a dump, and I mean, even if I knew that, like, I could go to the bathroom there anyways, I probably just didn't want to do it because I didn't want to interrupt things and make things weird. Anyways, I don't know why. I don't know why I thought that way. But it led me to me shitting my pants. And that was not fun. So basically, it just got to a point where it was spiraling out of control, where like literally it just started flowing out. Just like, holy moly. Just like literally it just kind of just started just ripping. Just ripping. Like, and it kind of came slow. So it's like at the point, like I was like, all right, I know I'm screwed, but it's kind of like a slow kind of like I'm screwed moment where I'm just kind of like, and at the same time, I was really just trying to stay quiet, you know, first day of first grade. So it's kind of like,
didn't think it would end this.
Want to stay quiet, didn't want really people to like know like that. So, but I do think that I really wasn't talking much that day. But I do think that I knew somebody near me. His name was Isaiah. I think that was probably the first day that he talked to me. And probably one of the reasons why we probably became friends is because, and we continued to be friends throughout that grade years, because he, like, I literally just took a shit near this man, and he was just kind of still like chilled. He was like, "Oh, what's your name?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm Isaiah." So Isaiah had some anger issues. I think he even fought the teacher or something like that. Yeah. Kind of school system I was in at the time. Stuff like that would happen. But anyways, basically, weirdly enough, during that first day, when I took after the shit was done, after the pooping was done, and I used my underwear as my personal toilet. Weirdly enough, I didn't really hear much people saying like, "Whoa, what is that smell? You smell, you stink." I really don't think that was the case. I really don't think that was the case. Like, it actually was not the case. I actually remember that a lot of people were not saying that anything was smelling at all. Like, a lot of people, they just asked me like, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" And it was like, thankfully enough, I was wearing like the Batman underwear that I had on that day. It was tight. Right? It was tight. Like, so nothing could escape. But still at the same time, I knew that was like kind of like a big block. So even if I had kind of like a little more loose underwear, it wouldn't really like slip out, you know? It wouldn't really like crawl out of there. So, anyways, people were just asking. All I could tell people was just like, "I'm sick." Like, that's all I could tell you is like, "I'm sick." That's it. That's it. I'm just sick. So, I definitely don't lie that I am sick. A lot of times, that I don't do that. But that day I had to lie. I had to lie. I'm not just gonna tell people that I just shit my pants, right? Some people could tell, like, you know, after in my grade school years that I would pee my pants, or I would just pee on the gym floor or whatever, just because of whatever. I don't know why. So that used to be an occurrence that happened. But during that first day, I could not tell people. I could not let people know that. I literally just defecated on myself. But anyways, so that's basically how it went. I literally just, and people did not know, like, to the end of the day, people were just like, "Oh, he's sick." I also didn't go to recess too, because I believe they had recess that first day as well. I didn't go. I'm not trying to run around with shit in my pants. What? That would be a very awkward recess. But yeah, so I just sat there, I think, during recess. I don't even think I went to lunch either. I just sat there with the shit. And everybody was just like, oh, are you okay? You know, you look. You know, I was just like, I'm sick. But nobody said that anything smelled. And that was the weirdest thing to me. Weirdly enough, later on in that school year of first grade, there was one time I put like medical rub on myself. You know, rub that like supposed to help with your joints and stuff like that if you're in pain and stuff like that. So, and sometimes I would have to put that on. Sometimes to help. Sometimes. And like when I put it on this day, like this was not shit. It was just medical rub. People were like, dude, you smell so strong. What the hell? What do you have on your body? And it doesn't even smell. It didn't even smell that bad. It doesn't even smell that bad. Medical rub doesn't smell that bad. What I was using. So it was weird that they noticed that, but they didn't notice the actual poop on the first day of school. But I'm glad that I escaped from that, and they didn't know. So basically when I went home, I had to just get, I was like, okay, how am I gonna solve this? Because that's just what I was thinking on the bus. Like, how am I gonna solve this shit that's in my pants? Like, do I take the underwear off near the toilet, or do I just like take the underwear off somewhere and then let it like roll under somewhere, and then I just use tissue to like pick it up or something like that? And so that was basically the two options there that I was thinking, and I went with option B, which is a pretty terrible option. But I don't think I was all too cunning at that point, so that's just the option that I went with. And so I just took off the pants, I took off the Batman shorts, and basically the shit just rolled under the dresser. And I basically knew I needed to get a whole bunch of tissue to pick that joint up. And that's what I did. I got the tissue and I made sure my hand didn't touch it, picked it up, boop, in the toilet. This is so disgusting. And yeah, that was basically it. That's just what happened. And so that Batman shorts, I had to, throw it in the washer. It was basically sort of like a banned object at that point. Those Batman shorts, that Batman underwear, I mean. It was basically just this banned object, kind of like this thing that maybe I would catch a curse if I touched it again. So I don't think I ever wore that thing again. Yeah. And that was basically it. And I shit myself in the first grade. Subscribe!